All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Today is February 24th on a Wednesday, 2021. Before we begin, make sure to click on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. That is our logo. Turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, and like our videos. Really do appreciate it as always. So, rocking and rolling. Stock markets, shall we? Dow futures down 85 points, Nasdaq futures down again 130 points, S&P futures down 0.37% with the 10-year yield spiking. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the 10-year yields in a bit. I think we talked about that before, the correlation and everything, but basically with the bonds, I'm going to go over exactly why that's affecting the market. Russell 2000 index up 0.32%, pairing some of its gains. It was up a little higher before. I'm still holding IWM puts. Jeez. Crude futures up 0.55%. Bitcoin futures up 4%. Nice bounce. Broke 50,000. Gold futures down 0.82%. Silver futures down 0.64%. The VIX is up 6%, 24.52. Dollar is spiking 90.30, 0.15%. And copper futures up 0.32%. Euro dollar down 17 pips, 121.32. 105.94 on the dollar yen, 68 pips, excuse me, for my Forex people. So yesterday I was doing the YouTube video for our premium members, and I totally missed in buying some of the dips on some of the stocks that I want to buy, like Tesla and Apple and some other names. So I totally missed that, and I'm kind of kicking myself on it twofold. So it's time for the where Carlos was wrong and where Carlos fucked up. So I'll give you an example. I totally missed this move here because I was focused on the trading for the premium members. Right here I was going to buy and I didn't buy. I may get an opportunity to buy at 664. I totally missed it and I'm kind of kicking myself for it. Apple, same thing, right at 120. It was right at here. The wick was at 119. I was looking for that level to buy and I didn't catch it. It cost me about $6 a share I could have made, but it's my largest position. I mean, I'm not too pissed off, but again, looking for a deal, I missed it. That's all it is. I feel like I'm in the sneakers app trying to buy some sneakers on the Nike app, and of course I miss it. But I never went on that app anyways. I think I've won once. I bought some shoes on there. Either way, IWM, I talked about it yesterday as well for the YouTube members, and I posted on Twitter. And you could see, again, I was looking for this break of 217.91, which we got, and then we had this flush here. I was up 33%. I just didn't get a chance to even type up to close. I was just being pulled by 5 different directions with questions, with Investment Club and everything, and it was just very difficult to have both. Very rare do we get that kind of sell-off on a Tuesday when I'm on live. So it's really, really hard to kind of do both and kind of answer questions on Investment Club while trading with YouTube members, because I like to give the YouTube members their deserved time and deserved focus. So I kind of missed that. But the IWM trend is still intact. I got hit on calls because we broke above the 200, and then we had that flush, so I got hit on that. And then played puts. I was up 33%, didn't get to close. It bounced back furiously, but now it's below the 100. So again, the trend is still intact. It's only Wednesday. If the yields still spike, then I still have a shot to get it at below 218. And if yields still spike, then we're definitely going to get a little lower. So if you missed the buy the dip opportunity, we may get another shot today. Yields right now, 1.42%, the highest level since February of last year, so 1-year highs. Mortgage applications were down 11.4%, obviously with higher yields, higher interest rates. Last week was negative 5.1%, so not many people are applying for mortgages at this time. That's why everything's down. So again, the issue is not that rates are spiking, but just the speed of the spike. Again, it's just too much, too fast. Right now, again, 1.415 is the Treasury yield. Again, up 53 basis points. That's a lot. That's a lot to get. That's why the markets are taking a hit. Again, if you're talking about 10 basis points here and there, that's okay. It just shows that, risk on movement. But again, when yields spike, guys, understand it costs more money to borrow. It costs more money to borrow for corporations, and it affects dividend-paying companies because then they have to increase their dividend. Yesterday, Apple said they were increasing their dividend too. They were increasing their annual dividend. So that's good to know. If you're a dividend investor, you're going to get more yield. But if you are a dividend company, not really much growth, thinking Coca-Cola, they're going to get a little bit of a hit. So just keep that in mind. If you're trading bonds at home, let's say you're trading it, TLT is the way to go. You can short TLT. If you're expecting bond yields to rise, that means you're expecting bond prices to fall. TLT is based on the 10-year bond price. So again, you could see just straight down. But what have I spoke about before, guys? If bond yields are spiking, you need to stick with financials. Financials are the way to go. JPM, I'm watching those. I have some calls. XLF, you could see XLF breaks 33. Remember, we broke that gap fill perfectly. 3301 is the level. The next level up, which would be your 423 extension. Hello. You're talking about now total breakout in the daily. I mean, absolutely monstrous. Even total breakout on even multi-year 20-year levels. So 3301 is our level now, is my level to break. If that breaks, then I'm going to go and target 33 and a half, start taking a look at longer term expiries, maybe for March, maybe for April. Again, if you're trading, if you're watching the US 10-year spike, you need to be watching financials, guys. The reflation trade is financials, energy, and commodities. Those are your three. So again, if yields are spiking, that means inflation's coming up. Those are the three I'm watching: energy, financials, and commodities. Gold, not counting gold. You'd want to count copper. Again, you could play copper. You could play silver. I mean, not silver. Excuse me. You could play crude oil and such. So if you're looking to buy the dip opportunity, right here is one of them. Square. Square. I'm definitely buying this morning. They had a fantastic earnings report. It just took a hit because they bought more Bitcoin, and I guess traders are not liking that much risk on the table for Square. So I will be buying this morning. My goal was to hit 240 on that. So let's see if we get there. If we don't, then I'm just going to go ahead and add some more to my portfolio. That's what I'll be watching. But financials, guys, that's what you need to be watching. Financials, I have some JPM calls. I'll be watching some XLF as well. So that's where we are. But again, the 10-year bond, again, the yield going up is not a horrific thing. It's just the speed, the volatile movement of it. That's what you really want to look at. So again, that's what I'm watching. And of course, I'm watching IWM. I also had some unusual options activity on Snap, which we caught for premium members and masterclass members for 40%, which was nice. The last thing I want is IWM hit me both ways on calls and puts. When it comes to puts, guys, you have to be extremely nimble because they can flip on a dime. So, on puts, you want to kind of get out right around 30-35%. You don't need to kill yourself for an extra couple of points on a 40%er. So again, I just didn't get a chance to close it. I'm still holding to IWM. All right, good morning. What are we looking today, boss? Again, same thing, financials. I'm watching energy, watching IWM. What is your plan for Snap UOA? I know you didn't get out to sell at 40. Market closers plan moving forward. I still think Snap has a little more room to go. We should open above 50%, not 60. I'm just going to go ahead and take the money and run in the morning. Kicking myself too, man. Got busy just before the market open, missed some very good deals. Still bought some, but as well as I wanted. Yeah, that's the deal. Sometimes you miss it, and that just it sucks. And I think when it comes to teaching members on the YouTube Premium channel, or when I speak to students, the masterclass students on my weekly video, I really want to give these individuals the proper focus. I don't want to do too many things at once. I believe that you guys deserve that focus. Same thing if I'm on a morning note, man. I shouldn't be checking emails when I'm speaking to you guys. I want to give you guys my focus. I only have 2 hands and 2 arms. I can only do so much. I don't have Adderall on me or anything like that. My home skillet biscuit, we back, baby. Tesla. Yeah, let's take a look at Tesla together. So I'm still holding IWM puts. I think we may get some little more downside. Let's see it. Tesla, again, looking at here, the 700 calls from yesterday, I saw a lot of volume, but it was too darn expensive at $13. So I went ahead and just skipped it. Obviously, Tesla just been difficult to trade. So again, if you were looking to trade Tesla, above 733 would be a good level for some calls. If you're trying to, I'm not going to. But Tesla was bought again by Kathy Wood at ARK. So Tesla is bouncing very nicely. Again, I love the name long term. I added some, but just not yesterday. I missed a really good price, which kind of kills me. Levels to buy macro strategy. Micro. I don't have micro strategy here. Micro strategy is MSTR. Here we go. I don't own the name, but again, another proxy is kind of Square. Square bought some more as well, so I'll be buying Square, except not buying MSTR. But if you're looking to buy here, I guess around 671 is a good deal. What's the X level for JPM? JPM 152.5 should be able to hit with yields going up. We should break above 150.71 at the open. Once we start getting to around 152.10, you should be able to get that today. I think that we're going to get JPM today. Workhorse, a good buy at these levels. I'd rather not buy Workhorse. I don't like Workhorse. I don't like Nikola. So I would stay away, to be honest with you. I think, again, when it comes to EV, there's only two names I like. It's NIO and Tesla. So that's the only ones I'm looking at, guys, for the most part. Excuse me. So with that being said, again, a couple of names I'm watching. Obviously, I'm still watching IWM, which it's really annoying me that, the volatility here. But again, there's a gap to fill here. You could see it. There's a gap to fill at 221.03. So we could fill that. Again, we know we talked about gaps before. But XLF, man, that's something I really want to watch today. I think XLF can give us an opportunity to play in. I also saw some opportunity on XLE calls, which I got into for March on the UOA with the team. So UOAs have been doing pretty decent. Again, I'm still just searching to see what's out there. But again, guys, your focus, if you're seeing yield spike, your focus should be energy, financials, and commodities. For example, if you're looking at copper, Freeport McMoran, I've been saying that. I still haven't learned at 39.13. If that breaks, then I'll go ahead and play it. But yeah, man, it's just been a rough one. I think I posted my screenshot at the lows of the day. I was down like 20 grand in my portfolio. I bounced, obviously, with a nice dip buy across the market. Again, guys, this has been a choppy one. I think March is going to be a lot better. April will be a lot better. So more of a survival mode in February. But don't worry, guys. There's only 2 more days left in the week, left in the month for February, and then we're into March. Thanks. PLTR level to add. Let's take a look at that. PLTR to add, I have 23.78. I like your analysis on XLF a lot. Citi's breaking out right now. Could you just talk about the future of Citi? Citi is one of my, I would say, top 3 banks. I used to work there. So I think Citi is a great company. I think XLF is a better chart than Citi if you're trading it. But if you're investing in a bank, I think JPM, Goldman Sachs, Citi, and Morgan Stanley are your 4. Those are the 4 I would stick with. But the top 2 for sure, Goldman and JPM. I own JPM. I don't own any of the other ones. But I think XLF is a better chart. I'll get you some Adderall. Yeah, right. No, thanks. Thanks for everything. You do a good day. Do you think we crash today with bond yields increases? I don't know about crash, but a little more downside, yes. I think Nasdaq should continue to the downside as well. I think we'll probably, remember, the S&P ended green, so did the Dow. Only the Nasdaq ended red. So just more volatility till the tail end of the month. What do you think about CCIB? I would be extremely careful on CCIB on it, so I would not trade it here. Again, it's still trying to find a base. Let's see if it bounces. Do gaps, whether up or down, usually get filled? Yeah, remember we talked about that with XLF. That round, I explained it on the IGTV. That 80% of the time gaps do fill. And again, it's not scientific, guys. 80% is just a saying that we have among traders. So again, it's not scientific. Let's see. Gush until the summer. Gush would be the oil producers. If you want to get into it, I'm all for it. Gives you protection from single stock risk like a Chevron or an ExxonMobil or Marathon Oil. So yeah, Gush wouldn't be a bad idea, or XLE is fine. Plug. Let's see. Plug. Yeah, Plug. Nice little bounce here. Most tech did bounce slightly from yesterday's lows. So I mean, nice to see a little green. It looks decent. I haven't learned about 56.89 to buy. So again, I didn't get a chance to buy any more Blink either yesterday. I totally missed the dip buy opportunity. That's all I could do. I mean, at the end of the day. Do you think Nasdaq has found a short-term bottom? What's the next support line? So for Qs, that'd be it. 312.72 is the support on Qs. So about $7 below. Whenever you buy an option under your 40% strategy, do you calculate 40% right away and put a sell order? No, I just watch it on my brokerage. It'll tell me percentages and then I just get out. But guys, don't kill yourself over 3 or 4 points. And let's say you're trading at home and you see 36, 37%, just take it. You don't have to wait for 40 exactly. you know, again, your time is against you, especially with trading options. So 35% or something like that, you could just take it. Do you see Futo trailing, FUTU trading? I don't know what that is. Futu trading. What? Do you see Futu trending back up? It did bounce, but I don't know much about this company, so I can't give a good explanation on it. What are your next buy levels for Apple, Microsoft? Apple, my level is 119.35. For Microsoft, I have to go ahead and expand it here. Microsoft, I have an alert at 217.70. And how do you scan for unusual options activity? Very simple. You just go to scan. Good old scan, options hacker, put volume over 10,000, just press scan. And again, guys, that's just going to give you an idea of what's out there, but you still have to chart it correctly. Again, there's some crazy option volume on total reversals that I don't want to play. So again, it's very simple. Just go to scan and you go from there. Are you buying any ARK for long term? I don't own any ARK. Twitter nice bounce off the MAs. Yeah, again, you're talking about tech just bounced, which is great to see. And Twitter has done pretty well. You could see again above that 423.6 fib retracement, fib extension, excuse me. So Twitter's looking pretty solid. Have you looked at Shop or Melly? I own Shopify, and I think they offered some more shares. That's why it came back down. So it was a share offering. I haven't learned at below $1,000. So let's see if we get there. But again, nice gap to fill at 1349. Do you have a link for your your link for your what? For your levels? No, there's no link. But what I can do is give you my setup, but I don't think it'll give you the alerts. Thoughts on NIO end of the year? I think we're going to bounce back up on NIO. Again, I own the stock, and it was, again, tech is all showing that same little slight V recovery. Everything here that we've been seeing is the same thing for tech across the board. Let's see, Twitter nice buy. Yep. My take on GE. My last question here. GE, if you're playing a turnaround name, GE is probably a decent one. I think there's better names out there to own, but technically speaking, it is looking very solid. So again, if it's a trade, I'm all for it. Investing, I think there's better options out there. Industrial-wise, I think Boeing's better. I think Caterpillar's better. But again, industrials across the board are bouncing. Again, guys, reflation trade, banks, energy, commodities, industrials, you can throw that in there. And tech is taking a back seat to that. Remember, guys, tech was soaring last year. Past 3 years, tech has been on fire. It's been leader. So you're going to get some rotation here and there. But if you're a big tech investor, it gives you an opportunity to buy dips as the rotation is coming through. And airlines, yeah, airline is moving. Again, the catch-up trade that were behind from COVID. I do have some DAL, obviously. I have DAL stock, and that's moving pretty well. So again, you could see JPM is nice on the move. We should be able to catch that today. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you tomorrow for the morning note. G.A.R capitalfx.com is the website. Thank you so much again. Keep in mind, guys, when you write to us on Instagram, you're speaking to my assistant, not to me. So when you say, hey, Carlos, 99% chance it's not me. As you know, it's just difficult to answer every single question. But my assistant does ask me directly and asks me through WhatsApp, hey, what do you think about this? And then I'll answer. So don't think that's just me replying. It's my assistant replying. Twitter is between me and my assistant for the most part, and YouTube you have me. But for the most part, it's not me on Instagram, by the way, answering. Some of the posts, obviously some of them are me, but for the most part, I would say 90% is my assistant doing it because it's just too much. And they manage the social media aspect. So I don't want you guys thinking that that's me answering it. It just isn't. So I've seen a lot of, hey, Carlos, and it's just not me. Remember, guys, it's more than just me. It's not Carlos Inc. It's G.A.R Capital. Just want to go ahead and give you that heads up. But again, questions are fine. Questions are always welcome. YouTube comments are always welcome. Really do appreciate you as always. And we'll catch you guys for tomorrow's morning note. Cheers, guys.